Good afternoon. Live weather blog meteorologist Bob here for you with the latest on our Invest 97L. You can see it right in this area here starting to develop. And this is where I thought the low-level center would develop today, right here, right north of the eastern tip of Hispaniola, right here. And this is where it looks like it's all coming together. No low-level center yet developing. We don't really see any indications that a definite low-level center has developed, but if it does, it's going to probably be right in this area here. The National Hurricane Center now gives us a 60% chance of seeing a tropical depression in the next 24 to 48 hours. I would even put that a little higher at 70 or 80%. The hurricane hunters did not go out this afternoon. That was a decision made earlier this morning. They will go out tomorrow afternoon if conditions continue to get, if development looks even better tonight into tomorrow morning. We still see some dry air bothering this system. You could see these arc clouds. Watch these arc clouds flying off here. A bunch of them right in this area. And this is where all that dry air and upper level system is. You can see we've had shear drop over the system. So you see this nice fanning of clouds here. But then you can see the upper level clouds getting sucked up to the north here. And this is that upper level system. As long as that upper level system is close to this, we're not going to see explosive development with this. But there could be enough of lower wind shear and high pressure over this system to at least get a tropical depression or tropical storm out of this in the next 24 to 48 hours. And again, taking a look at the water vapor imagery, you see the upper level low right here hasn't really moved much. See a lot of dry air right in this area here, and you see the little dome of high pressure over our center right now. So the two negative things for development the next 24 to 48 hours is this upper low and dry air, and also mountainous area of Hispaniola. If this center hugs the coast here, then we're not going to see very rapid development. So those are the good news is for development, if you want to see development, is this nice bubble of high pressure over it. So it's going to be a real close call here on whether this thing really takes off or not. And again, a little wider view here, and you can see that upper low right in here, and you can see the high clouds getting sucked to the north up in this area here. But little dome of high pressure over it right now. And here's the SIMS. This is the shear map right now, latest, and you can see they've moved the center over to here, possible center developing. This is where I thought it would develop today. And you can see nice low shear right over it right now. But look how close the higher shear is. So it's a real close call with this one the next 24 to 48 hours. Some indications are some models have this upper level low hanging tight and not developing this system. The Euro model is one of them. Euro model is very consistent on just keeping this an open wave. Then there's some other models that I'll show you in a minute that do develop this system. So it's going to be a close call here. Current radar out of Puerto Rico, again, looks like still have a little mid-level spin right here. And then this is where I believe the low-level center is going to develop, somewhere in this area right in here. Can't really see too much out in this. The radar's kind of done, but definitely in this area right here we could see development. Okay, some of the latest model tracks. These are the latest 18Z runs, and they initialize the center about where I think it's going to develop. So this initialization is a little better, and you can see with this initialization the models have shifted a little farther west, which I thought would happen as well. So again, South Florida and then into the Gulf of Mexico. That definitely looks like the way it's going to happen now. I'll show you some of the 12Z runs real quick that have it hitting a little farther north along the Florida coast, but I don't see that happening. High pressure, yes, high pressure will try to weaken a little bit during the weekend, so that'll tend to probably move this a little farther to the northwest and north later in the period. But for the short term, if it develops right in here, west-northwest consistently, so it may clip South Florida. Most of the reliable intensity models do bring this to a tropical storm in the next 24 hours. Nobody really bringing it up into a hurricane. As you can see, everybody's in that tropical storm area, and that's because the shear forecast is not very, very favorable for this system. Okay, quickly, some of the models. GFDL run 12Z. Discount this model right now. Way too far north here. This was that 12Z initialization. And the GFDL has been way far north on almost every system. Weakening the high too quickly. I don't see this happening. This would be Friday morning. 12Z HWRF. This model's been performing better than the GFDL this season. And again, coming close to South Florida as a tropical storm Friday morning. This is a little more realistic. Again, this may even shift a little farther south next model run. Here's the Canadian model run, and this one might be more realistic. This is exactly probably where I see this thing going right now. Kind of over South Florida and then back into the Gulf of Mexico. Again, this might be a little farther west than I'm thinking. I'm thinking clip South Florida then up towards the northern Gulf Coast here. But this is another model run with a little farther westward solution. So just to recap, it looks like we will have a tropical depression or a tropical storm developing in the next 24, probably the next 24 hours. The greatest effect, the greatest threat will be Bahamas. And then still central Florida, I would watch it, but more like South Florida. Tropical storm could be affecting your area by Friday. Possibly as strong as a Category 1 hurricane. Right now, it would tend to be more like a tropical storm, but you never know. You got to watch these things. And then over the weekend, northern Gulf Coast is going to have to watch this system, definitely. I will have another update for you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great day. Bye-bye.